All right, number 7, you are finally under contract. You found the home, you made a great offer with your real estate agent. Now what do? What are the next steps that are crucial? Okay, first biggest step is getting your earnest money to your real estate agent or to the title company, depending on where you're going to send it. Most of the time it goes to the real estate agent's brokerage and goes into their trust account. You have 4 calendar days to get that to the real estate agent or to the title company, unless otherwise stated in the contract. In the regular contract, it's 4 days. Really important that you have that to your client. We here at Team of the Century and with RE/MAX Associates, we typically have that money wired to our brokerage, and it's really quick and easy to do, and we can show you how to do that. Next is setting up your inspection. You're going to have your due diligence period most often. This first 10 to 14 days of being under contract, you want to get your inspection done right away because you don't want to order your appraisal until your inspection is finished. You wouldn't want to pay for an inspection and an appraisal and have to pay for both of them if you knew you weren't going to buy the house because there's something on the inspection that's just not overcomable for you, or the seller's not willing to negotiate on those repairs, whatever that is. In addition to that, on the inspections and next on the title company, it's the same with the lender. You are not required to use any specific inspector or title company. You're not actually required to use an inspector at all. If you don't want to have an inspection, that's up to you, but you're not required. So next is going to be the title company, right? Choosing which title company to work with. I have a title company that we work with a lot of times that I recommend, but you don't have to use them. A lot of times your lender is going to have a title company that they prefer, and depending on the situation, you may want to adjust who you're going to use for title because of that. I have one lender who uses a specific title company because when he sends them over the file, they get him everything he needs right away, and it is amazing their teamwork together and how quickly they're able to get something from under contract to clear to close. It's unbelievably fast, but it only works when he's able to work with that specific title company. So just be aware that they're not all the same, but you're not required to use a specific one. Okay, and then from here, you got your earnest money in, you've decided on your inspection company, you're working with the title company, you're going to want to get all your documentation to the lender. Now this is probably the most frustrating part for people buying a home, is the documentation to the lender, because the lender asks you for everything 3 different ways, and it's really frustrating. You feel like you've already sent them that, or maybe you feel like, hey, they don't need to know that information. Well, let me tell you, they do need to know, because they don't ask for things that aren't required. They're asking you for things that they have to have in order to get you to the close. And if you don't send it to them, they're not going to fund your deal. So I don't need to know, your real estate agent doesn't need to know what your financial situation is per se, your title company doesn't need to know, no one else needs to know, but your lender definitely needs to know. So if they ask you for some documentation, don't wait for it, get it over to them as quickly as possible in the format that they're requesting it. If you can't figure it out, call them. They know exactly what they're looking for and how to walk you through how to find that information. Okay, and so once you've got that documentation there, we've got through the inspection, your earnest money is deposited, your next big step is having the appraisal ordered. The lender's the one who orders the appraisal, but they will not order it until it's paid for. So typically they'll send you an email, you'll be able to pay for it there, and then the appraisal will be officially ordered, and they can usually take, right now, 3 to 5 business days to get them back, but sometimes it can be up to 10 business days. So that's why getting the inspection done is so crucial to get it done quickly, because then you order the appraisal, and that appraisal could take 10 days, and we're starting to push up against deadlines. So this is where, again, knowing this information before you go into the offer is really important so that you're comfortable with this. So talk to your real estate agent if you don't understand completely what the next steps are. Okay guys, so that was step number 7. If you have any questions, leave them down below. This is when there's a lot of stuff going on right now at this point in your purchase. So don't hesitate to reach out to your real estate agent or to your lender or to the title company and make sure that you talk to them and get all of your questions answered. This is where it does get a little bit stressful. This is where there is some pressure on you. You don't need to bear it alone. Let's do it together. I appreciate your time today. If you have comments, leave them down below.